Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. It's not very hot in Germany though, is it? In fact, it's going to get very cold. Very, very cold indeed. Not today, not tomorrow, but maybe by Saturday when the reserves finally run out. For you see, the German people, they did something very stupid. Now, whether it's ignorance, stupidity, mass hallucination, or whether they, as a German people themselves as a whole, are just simply incapable of understanding that the Green Party are not good. They are a party of extremists, of dangerous extremists. But whatever happened, they voted for the Greens and they put the Greens into power, and they gave the Greens way too much power, especially over energy supplies. And over the last few years, Germans have suffered. They've watched as every single coal-powered fire station has closed. Germany's got lots of coal. Lots of coal. Not as much as Britain, but lots. And they closed down their entire nuclear facility for German power generation, which is weird for the Greens to do that because it is, in terms of carbon, the cleanest. And they tied themselves on gas generation. Excellent move. Truly excellent move. And it would be, were it not for the fact that they almost exclusively got all their gas from Russia. When you tie yourself to one provider, it's a sign, A, that you are complete morons. And it's also a sign that you fail to see the future. There is indeed a principle in evolutionary biology, and it's called coextinction. And it's where you get one creature that's so, it's evolved to be so closely aligned, almost symbiotically with another creature, that if one of them goes extinct, the other one inevitably goes extinct. And that, of course, dear people, is what Germany has done with its energy supply. It hasn't got a range of alternatives so that if one fails, you can make the backup with the other. A wise man would have coal, gas, nuclear, oil at a push, as well as reusable, recyclable energy, sun, wind. There's a place for the sun and the wind, but it should not be the main. It should be and. Not the German line. And so they got rid of all their energy supplies that weren't gas, and we've only got gas supplies. And of course, a lot of German houses, they cook by gas. They heat their homes, obviously like Britain, gas central heating. And that's all excellent. But like I say, they get all their gas from Russia. And of course, all the way through this conflict, Germany has been buying Russian gas and giving Putin lots and lots of German money. And the German people don't like it, but they don't like freezing to death, less. And so this let's pretend it's not happening mentality has existed. Well, that's all over now because Ukraine has shut the taps and it's not allowing any more Russian gas to come through its pipes into Germany or into Western Europe in total. And so Germany, which relies exclusively on gas power for energy creation, for turning into electricity, is about to suffer catastrophic blackouts. Now, unlike Britain, Germany does not have a way of getting liquid natural gas in. It does not have the facilities. It does not have any way of transporting it. It just didn't bother. Now, remember when they said they were doing this back on the 45th president was in charge, Trump, and he laughed at them. And they all sit there and they're all sort of quite angry with him and he was just laughing at them. Well, they're not laughing now. He is. He's sitting there going, I told you I was right. Because there is a 5-year agreement, you see, and that 5-year agreement between Moscow and Kiev was put on paper, and Moscow, to the day, till yesterday, were still paying Kiev the transportation fees to transport that gas through the pipeline that ran through Kiev. But last night at midnight, that contract ended. And so off they went. Kiev closed the pipeline. Kiev is desperate, of course, for Western money. So I don't think that they were closing this off to say, oh, well, the contract's ended. We've got to close it now. I think Kiev have closed it down to just sort of shake Germany down. We could do with another couple of 100 billion. That'd be nice, Germany. And Germany are looking at the closed gas taps and listening as the old gas-fired turbines start running down, the lights start dimming, and the BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, Volkswagen, all Audi, all start coming to a halt. The lights go out and they send their workers home. But they're sending, of course, their workers home to very cold houses with no central heating and no way of cooking food, of course, because the morons that run Germany decided we don't need nuclear energy. We don't need coal-powered fire stations. We can live entirely on Mr. Putin's lovely, lovely gas. How's that working out for you, Germany? Was that a wise move? Well, hopefully, and I really do mean this, because I like the German people. I've lived in Germany. It took me a while to get them, get the psychology, get the people. But I like the German people, and I don't wish ill on the people. I really don't. But I think a couple of days in the dark, in the cold, will concentrate them. Concentrate is not a word you should use with Germans, by the way. But I think it would concentrate their minds wonderfully. And they would realise the harm that they've done to themselves by voting green. And in fact, I think a couple of days in the cold and in the dark will only strengthen the votes for AfD, which, incidentally, is a party that Elon Musk is now pushing and helping, because he says AfD is the only viable solution for Germany. Many people in Germany are thinking this is terrible, he shouldn't be interfering. But on the other hand, when you're sitting there freezing in the dark, unable to feed yourselves, can you think of an alternative for Germany other than AfD? It's hard, isn't it? But this is what happens when you allow complete retards to have the levers of power, when you think you are doing something virtuous. Oh, look at us. Look at us saving the planet by getting rid of all the most essential things we need in our world and handing vast amounts of money over to China. For some reason, meanwhile, the Chinese are building coal power fire stations daily almost. It never ceases to amaze me how stupid, first of all, how stupid politicians are, number one, but also how stupid people have to be to vote for stupid politicians. I mean, think how stupid the average person is, and remember that half the population are more stupid than that. But here's the thing. There may well be a period of cold, a period of dark, a period of not being able to cook your food. And at the end of it, some of those people who voted green will still go, it was worth it, and they'll vote green again. Because they are retarded. It's as simple as that. If you vote green, you must actually have an incredibly low IQ. Anyone who runs a business knows this. Never one supplier. Never. That way lies madness. Thanks a lot.